Hello, Brittany Parker. Today, let's talk about textured skin and Seint Makeup. Skin prep is important. I'm shouting that from the rooftop. If you do not have good skin prep for your skin, no matter what makeup you wear, your skin, your makeup is just not gonna look right. Make sure you have your skin prep on point. If you're using Seint creams, super important to make sure that it doesn't have any silicone. Also, exfoliating can help. Exfoliate your skin at least once a week. Exfoliate your lips, especially if they're super dry. And shave your face. I know that sounds crazy, but we all have peach fuzz. Your creams will lie on your face so much better. Get one of those little tinkle razors and it'd be great. All right, 10 more minutes, waiting until my creams soak in. I waited those 10 minutes and now I'm going into my Demi Balm. Okay, if you have crepey, textured under eyes, that's all of us. Put some balm underneath your eyes. It's going to give you a little bit extra coverage or a little bit extra hydration so that your makeup, you're not going to need as much. Now, this is a little tip that I have. You never want to go too light. You're going to hear this a bunch this video. I'm giving myself a little summer glow because it's summer and with texture and you don't want to go too light. I'm kind of warming my skin up so I don't need as much makeup. That's huge with texture. The more makeup you have, the more texture you're going to see. So light is best. So I'm going in with my contour. I am using a darker contour. And as I go, I'm starting on the perimeter of my face and bringing it in. That's going to make sure that I'm not putting the most product right in my problem areas, my textured areas. You also can use your main highlight or even a darker highlight to help camouflage. It's going to help cover any areas or distractions that you have on your face that kind of go along with texture up points. Okay, here it is. Again, less is more. The more products you're going to put on your problem areas, the worse it's going to look. It's going to be cakey. It's going to fill in those fine lines and wrinkles. And so here I'm using Demi. Demi is a great option if you have a lot of texture under your eyes. I'm using Y01 and Y1, but it's a great option because it's a little bit, it's like the fraction of the amount of product that you put with like regular foundations and concealers just to cancel out or to camouflage those colors. It's all color science, but it really is the best option if you have a lot of texture under your eyes. You could do that, go to the grocery store, go to the park, wherever you need to go as a mom, and you're gonna be good to go. So Demi is awesome. I could give you color match, but look how much better that is. It's not gonna take away my wrinkles. It's not gonna take away my bags, but your color match is vital for you to love this makeup, for you to like this makeup. Here it is again. If you go too light, which a lot of people, if they just go online and try to do this by themselves, you're gonna go too light. Our product is super pigmented. It looks darker in the tin, but once you put it on your face, it's going to just melt in and be so good for you. But you gotta get a color match from a Seint artist and I'd be so happy to help you with that. I am putting an extra brightener on my face right now. This is 100% optional. You do not need to do this, but I like a brighter under eye. I'm even going brighter in the center of my face, but I don't have huge pores or huge texture areas where I put the very brightest highlight. If you have big pores on your chin, big pores on your forehead, do not put that really bright highlight right there. It's only going to accentuate it. I told you I was going to say that a few times. All right, here I am just blending this out. You're going to pounce it from the lightest to the darkest, and you're really just kind of blending these creams in like butter. And I have these, you know, these great little things I'm trying to spot correct. Use a darker product, your darker highlight, and it's buildable coverage. So you do not need to slather your entire face with it. You can just spot correct and try to get rid of some of those distractions. All right, here's just a little bit bronzer down my neck. You know, I started with bronzer, so I really don't need as much bronzer as I usually put, but I love it. Just warms up my face, gets rid of those distractions that you may have when you have some texture in your skin. All right, there's my Bella. Okay, so here is a tip for if you want a bright lip and cheek, but you have texture on your cheeks. Pop that peachy tone on the apples of your cheek where you may have more texture and then blend back. And that way you could still wear a super bright, that's Dahlia. That Dahlia is such a cute summer color. You could still wear the bright color, but the peachy tone that I put more on the apples of my cheek, the Saint Tropez, that's gonna help cover the texture. Okay, so here is my illuminator. Don't put illuminator right in the middle of texture. You're going to start back up higher on a bone area where it's like your face has a harder spot, and you're going to kind of bring it in, but keep it off your other eye, or other areas that you don't want it. Okay, make sure you set your eyelids. If you have problem areas, do not go right in the first spot. You're going to touch your cheeks where you have your big pores. Stop it. Don't do it. Start on the perimeter of your face and bring it in, and it's going to be a lot better. Here is Havana. I'm going to show you. Okay, if you have textures on your eye, you're going to really want a transition shade, a lighter shade, so that when you put on your darker eyeshadows, they're going to blend a whole lot better. If you have a lot of texture on your eyelids, I am sweeping and doing like windshield wiper motions. You're not going to do that. You are going to press and almost tap the eyeshadow onto your eyelid and not so much of the swiping motion. All right, this is Leo. So this is the darker eyeshadow that is now blending better because I put the Havana on first, my transition shade. It just helps it a little bit better. All right, as you wish. I love my shimmer. If you have a lot of texture, you can just keep it on the right there on the apple of your eye if you want it to. It makes your eye look a little bit more round, but I kind of went into my inner corner. You don't have to go as far in. Same thing. Here's Photoshop. I'm just popping it on the apple of my eye. Okay, that damn watch. Here is Oak. I'm using it just on the very outer corner of my eye, just sparingly, and kind of like where my lash line is if I had like an eyeliner on. But it's a really nice, you don't need a lot of it. I'm using the small end of my eyeshadow brush and just blending it out here. But I love this summer. I'm so glad it's summer. Hallelujah. All right, make sure you bring it down below your eye. You don't need that stark, dark, like black eyeliner anymore. And I take Havana one more time and just kind of make sure like there's no harsh lines. It just softens everything. Clean my brush. And okay, if you have really textured or even really large hooded eyes, keep this bright color, this is Drift, any shimmer just below your eyebrow. Do not like swipe a big, large swipe on your entire eyelid. It's gonna accentuate that hood that you may have. All right, here's a brown liner. I'm really digging brown right now. It's a softer look and it's really pretty. So if you're used to the black, try a brown liner. It's gonna be a world of difference. It's still gonna give you the definition that you want, but it's gonna be softer and warmer and a really pretty look. All right, curling my lashes. Gonna get my mascara on in a little bit. Here we go. But I hope if you if you're maturing and you have this texture on your face, don't ever forget your brows. It's really gonna frame your face. It's gonna give you lift. Make sure if you have hooded eyes that you do kind of accentuate that arch, brush it out. Okay, the Perfector sponge is gonna be your #1 for textured skin. It's gonna help pick up any extra product. I promise you, get it, you will not regret it. If you wanna try the makeup, message or text me and I'll give you a free color match. Thanks.